Coming up, deadly police shooting at a park. What Maryland investigators say happened before a man reportedly armed with a gun near the Potomac River was gunned down. We've got new details from Prince George's County. 13-year-old shot at a mall. We'll tell you where families had ducked for cover overnight. The 17-year-old suspect allegedly fired a handgun near a children's play area. Plus the charges the young suspect faces. Several homes targeted, where police say a man armed with a large knife tried to get inside people's homes in the early morning hours. Charges dropped. Why prosecutors dismissed charges against one local former Olympian for allegedly vandalizing the National Mall's reflecting pool. The president is now upset with D.C.'s top prosecutor.
And there's still a couple of radar showers out there this evening, but a wider, grander scale of some showers and storms will be seen on your Sunday. We'll talk about that coming up in just a bit.
The school savings, how to score supplies for less before kids head back to class. We're stretching your dollar.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Saturday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Let's get right to it. Maryland police are investigating an officer-involved shooting in Prince George's County overnight. Several agencies responded to Fort Washington Park after a reported shooting at a man walking near the river with a gun. The Maryland Attorney General's office says the investigation began just after 6 p.m. An officer with the Maryland National Capital Park Police encountered the man by the river, and at some point the officer shot the man. That man died on scene. A spokesperson for the Maryland National Capital Park Police said the suspect pulled out a handgun right before the officer shot him. No officers were hurt. The Attorney General's office is leading this investigation. Anybody with information is asked to contact them. Montgomery County police say a 13-year-old was shot by a 17-year-old inside of the Wheaton Mall last night, and all of that near a children's play area they say kids were playing at the time. Officers responded at 6 p.m. where they found the boy who was shot in the ankle. He's expected to be fine. The 17-year-old suspect, Diego Rafael Torcios Avalos, reportedly ran into the Dick's Sporting Goods. That's where he was taken into custody by an armed security guard. A handgun was recovered. Avalos is being charged as an adult, facing offenses including attempted second-degree murder. Meantime, police in Montgomery County hope someone recognizes this person's face. He is accused of trying to get into several homes while carrying a large knife in the Fairland neighborhood. Here he is in surveillance video around 4:30 the morning of July 24th, we're told, along Guilford Run Lane. Investigators believe he is anywhere from 16 to 20 years old with dark hair and a goatee. At the time, wearing oversized athletic shorts and a light-colored hoodie. Anybody with information is asked to call police. One of your top stories tonight, President Trump has expressed his frustration with D.C.'s top prosecutor, and after she dropped charges against a former Olympian who was accused of vandalizing the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial. The president saying, I disagree 100% with Jeanine Pirro, the U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, on the reflecting pool. I don't know what she was thinking. To me, it was a pure case of vandalism. He also continued to take issue with the damaged grass at the foot of the Washington Monument he believes was targeted at him. Back to the pool, however, the president went on to say there may have been some contractor difficulty, but the major damage was caused by vandals. Our Dave Laval has a reaction to the dismissed charges.
U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro dismissed the charges against David Hearn on Friday after she determined shoddy construction work is to blame for the damage to the reflecting pool.
It seemed like they just were doing their job, doing what they were told.
Merrick Johnson has no problems with how federal prosecutors handled their case against Hearn.
It sounds like in the moment, just things got a little confused. They didn't know all the information. They took precautions a little bit. We're more on a all right, let's be on the edge to try to protect it.
Authorities arrested the native of Bethesda, Maryland in June. Federal prosecutors charged the three-time Olympian with vandalism to the historic water exhibit. But government lawyers in their 20-page court filing on Friday said additional documents provided by the Interior Department also cited what they called the rush to complete the project prior to the America 250 celebration for the damage. Ann Roberts is also glad to see Hearn's name cleared.
It sounds suspicious initially, but until you know more, I don't think that you should pass judgment.
While prosecutors dismissed the charges against Hearn, similar charges remain against 3 other people. There's still no word from the Interior Department on how long it will take to complete the latest repairs to the reflecting pool. We reached out to Piro's office for a comment regarding the president's statements. We have yet to get a reply. Along the National Mall, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thanks for covering that. Turning to our meteorologist, Scott Sumner, with a look at the forecast. Scott, before we even get to how we're going to be waking up tomorrow, how about the last couple hours of our Saturday here?
Well, not terrible. As a matter of fact, I would say most of the area is dry, but we do have a couple little showers, as you see here. I focus in on one that's heading towards Charlestown here at about 9:34. It doesn't have any lightning associated with it like I showed at 6 o'clock. But needless to say, some rain is out there, and a little bit further south and west of there towards the Front Royal area and I-66 corridor, there's also some shower activity in that general vicinity. Now, what we'll do is we'll put on the Futurecast and show you where those showers go. The one that's down towards the Front Royal vicinity, that one's going to head up towards Ashby Run and then head over towards the Charlestown and Brunswick areas. And then the other one, which is a little further north and west, that will also kind of move in that general same direction. So Brunswick, you may get hit twice with 2 different separate rain showers. But needless to say, there it is. And outside of that, pretty quiet. Yeah, a little light rain out towards Garrett County. Really not much to speak of here across the DMV. As a matter of fact, a little wider inspection shows as these 2 storms or 2 systems move further north, a little bit of light shower activity may come back down into parts of Northern Virginia. We'll talk more about this and show you the 7-day forecast coming up. Ben?
All right, Scott, thank you. Time for a health alert for you. The American Red Cross declared a second ever national blood supply crisis in their history. This comes after they said blood donations fell to a 4-year summer low. Our Tosin Fakile reports the need is even more critical for one particular blood type.
The national blood supply across the country fell by 25% in June. And even more critical, the need for O-type blood donors.
There's a 1-day supply of type O blood. What this means is that medical personnel and doctors are having to make those decisions that no one wants to make, unfortunate decisions about which patients will get critical care and life-saving blood transfusions and who will have to wait and delay care.
Why is O-type very critical? It could literally be the difference between life or death.
It's the most used by hospitals because it is the universal donor. And so what that means is that type O blood can be used in trauma situations when there's not time to test a patient's blood type. In emergency situations,
the organization says it put safeguards in place after the first national blood crisis. But this summer, challenges, including an extreme heat wave and wildfires, kept people away and pushed things to critical level. The Red Cross is calling on people to roll up their sleeves, get in a chair, increase supply, and help save a life.
We have blood drives, blood donation centers open every day of the week across the region, and we have appointments available in the coming weeks. I would encourage people to think ahead, think about your schedule for August.
You can go to the Red Cross website to make an appointment.
We need blood as much as we need antibiotics. We need blood as much as we need cancer drugs. And the only source of this life-saving care is from donors, generous donors who roll up a sleeve to help.
To find the Red Cross website or the number to call to make an appointment, head to dcnewsnow.com. I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now.
Well, thanks to Tosin. The Maryland Department of Health has reported its first case of the West Nile virus for this year just yesterday. It was confirmed for a Capital Region resident. The virus is transmitted by infested mosquitoes who feed on birds with this virus. Symptoms can last from a few days to several weeks, including fever, headache, body ache, skin rash, and swollen lymph glands. Marylanders are urged to take steps to reduce the risk of infection. Families in Northern Virginia got a head start on back-to-school shopping. Got to get it done at some point. The nonprofit Bright Paths put together a back-to-school resource fair in Fairfax, giving away new backpacks, other supplies, teacher gift cards, and classroom supply kits. Organizers said resources like this fair are needed as costs for school supplies continue to go up.
There is such a need in Northern Virginia to supplement what schools are able to provide for students and families, and this is one way that we can more holistically serve the families that we work with and also deepen those relationships while giving them something that alleviates that financial strain of back to school time.
The fair also provided resources for food assistance, personal hygiene, and household essentials. Coming up, helping you stretch your dollar with some even more back-to-school deals when to take advantage. Taking a live look outside, Scott Sumner's got your full forecast and your 7-day in just a few moments.